Okay, so something huge is happening on the world stage right now, and you really need to know about it. We're talking about a series of moves by India that are completely flipping the script on global power. Forget everything you know about politics as usual. This is a high-stakes chess game for the 21st century, and India is making some absolutely killer moves.
No, I'm serious. What if a move so bold, so audacious, that it's got the US, China, and Russia all scrambling to rethink their game plans? A move that literally turns threats into advantages and bitter rivals into, well, partners. Let's break down exactly how India is pulling this off.
All right, first up on the chessboard, the US makes a move. And it wasn't a friendly one. It came in the form of a massive economic threat, basically designed to force India into a corner.
And when I say massive, I mean it. The US threatened to slap a potential 50% tariff on Indian exports. 50%? Their demand? Stop buying Russian oil. Now, a move like that would absolutely cripple most economies. Most countries would have just folded right there. But, India didn't.
Instead of panicking, India played it cool. They used their biggest asset, their massive market, as leverage and started to negotiate. And the result? A new deal is taking shape to slash those insane tariffs all the way down to just 15%. India basically took a crisis and turned it into a strategic victory. But honestly, that was just the opening gambit.
So, the strategy didn't stop there. What India did next was something that, well, absolutely nobody saw coming. They pivoted towards their biggest regional rival, China.
The speed of this turnaround is just stunning. I mean, after 7 long years of super tense, sometimes violent, border standoffs, Prime Minister Modi suddenly gets on a plane to meet Xi Jinping. So what happened? Well, it seems like all that pressure from the West was actually pushing these two giants to find some common ground.
And now, they're not just talking. They're exploring deep cooperation through groups like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and BRICS. And this creates the very real possibility of a new Asian power bloc, one that's united against Western pressure. You can bet that's a scenario that keeps strategists in Washington up at night.
Now for the third masterstroke. While the US was busy trying to isolate Russia, India spotted an opportunity. An opportunity that was just way too good to pass up. A massive economic lifeline that came with a sweet, sweet discount.
India didn't just dip their toes in, they dove right in. Today, a full 1/3 of all the oil India imports comes from Russia. And the best part? They're getting it at a huge discount, saving the Indian economy billions and billions of dollars.
And this is where India went on offense. When the West tried to call them out, India's Energy Minister Piyush Goyal clapped back with a killer question. He basically pointed out that a lot of European countries had given themselves exemptions. It was a brilliant move to just expose all the hypocrisy and really strengthen India's position.
I mean, the economic win here is just huge. You've got Europe over here paying through the nose for energy, facing a massive cost of living crisis, while India is powering its incredible growth with cheap fuel. It's a stark contrast, and it gives them a massive strategic advantage. So you're probably wondering, how do all these moves, working with the US, China, and Russia all at the same time, how does that even work? It seems totally contradictory, right? Well, it's all part of a single core strategy that you absolutely have to understand. It's called multi-alignment, and it means you can forget the old Cold War idea of picking a side. India's strategy is to be friends with everyone, but to be nobody's junior partner. It's all about engaging with every major power to get the best possible deal for India, period. And you can see this balancing act in real time. They're doing military stuff with the US and the Quad and buying American drones. At the same time, they're buying Russia's best missile defense system and all that cheap oil. And with China, they're building economic bridges. It looks impossible on paper, but they're actually doing it.
And hey, if you need one fact that says it all, get this. In 2025, India is set to host both the American president and the Russian president. Tell me, what other country on earth could pull that off right now?
But look, this strategy isn't just about juggling the big powers. It's about something way bigger. It's about positioning India as the clear, undisputed leader of the developing world, as the voice of the global South. And India has the credentials to back it up. Number 1, it's now the world's most populous nation. Number 2, it's the fastest growing major economy on the planet. And number 3, it's the world's largest democracy.
You put those three things together, and you have some serious leverage. This is India's message to the world, and it's crystal clear. It's basically a declaration of independence from all those old alliances and a brand new playbook for how to operate in this new multipolar world. And this is the real genius of multi-alignment. The U.S. is learning it can't just bully India. China is learning that cooperation is a better path than confrontation. And Russia sees India as a friend it absolutely cannot lose. By refusing to pick a team, India has made itself the one prize that everybody is competing for. So, I guess that leaves us with the million-dollar question. Is this whole multi-alignment thing a work of pure geopolitical genius that's going to define the 21st century, or is it an incredibly risky gamble that could just blow up in their faces? I really want to know what you think. Is it a genius move or a huge gamble? Drop your take in the comments below. And hey, if you want more explainers that break down what's really going on in the world, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.